but it would sit in a you put your Christmas tree in a Christmas tree stand.
Yeah.
This Christmas tree stand revolved. So you stick the fake tree in a Christmas tree stand.
The tree would spin around.
And the tree would slowly fucking rotate. So you saw every, sometimes
every
put
angle.
The tree up
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, we don't have to put that. Put the bald spot in the back.
Yeah,
put the
yeah.
shit decorations back there. Here you saw every angle of the tree because it would go around. Over the course of like 2 minutes, it would do a slow 360.
Yeah.
And your lights would plug into the base so that it didn't. Otherwise, if a tree's spinning around,
Yeah,
your lights
it
would
would-
plugged in a wall. You can't get out of the wall. This would plug into the base. It would rotate, and the lights would blink and shit like that. And I loved it. I used to love to go to sleep on a living room couch with the Christmas tree on. It had a slow, like, white noise hum to it where it's just like...
Yeah. Like white noise.
Yeah, and with the lights kind of... Everything else dark but the
Yeah.
lights. Really fucking cool. I always loved it. And then one day, my old lady was like, you had a rotating fake Christmas tree? And shit all over it. It was just like, that's horrible. And I was like, no, man, it was kind of cool. And she's like, we'll never... And I keep trying every year. I'm like, let's get a fake tree that rotates. And she's like, first off, they don't make those rotating things anymore. Second off, no. We'll never get a fake tree.
That's that was very environmentally friendly of you guys.
Well, we were green way ahead of the curve.
You were.
Way ahead of the fucking curve. And my old lady being an environmental...
You guys were like Daryl Hannah.
And Jackson Brown.
Yeah, and
Ed Begley Jr.
Ed Begley Jr.
We were one electric car away from being Ed Begley
exactly.
Jr.
And you had an electric tree.
We did. Well, that is green. That's good, no?
Well, I mean, generally it's like you don't use power.
Well, so what, the electric car is okay?
Well,
That's
in
the
lieu
lesser
of
two evils.
in lieu of, I mean, if there was a rotating tree that used gasoline,
Yeah, that'd be really bad.
Everyone would be like, use the electric one.
And we couldn't even move to a coal-powered one because that's bad, too.
If you had a tree that didn't rotate, that was just a fake
What if
tree.
it worked on slave labor?
Just
Like,
just a guy outside.
Yeah, it was just working a turn under our house.
Like a Conan. And then one day he got so muscular.
I'm like, that's strength, boy. That is power. And I was like Thulsa Doom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come to me, my child. Come to me. And a chick throws herself off a fucking cliff and shit.
Every Christmas.
I could turn into a fucking snake and whatnot.
Yeah.
That'd be all right. We didn't have that. That turns into Conan. What was the Conan's thing? He was the fucking chant.
Cimarron.
Yeah, he goes, to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. That's what he said.
Lamentation.
Remember, like, the king was
Yeah.
what is...
Hey,
Conan, what it is? And he busted
everybody
with
just starts with, hey, Conan.
hey, man. Hey, Conan, because he was kind of like a slave. He was, he worked the wheel.
Yeah.
And then when he got older, they nailed him to a cross. Conan is kind of like the story of Jesus.
He is.
But he worked the wheel, and then when he got older, the king used him as a... Remember he threw him abroad and shit to fuck, and he was all savage about it, and she was all scared. And then he was like an animal that the king kept. And then he said, Conan, what are the things that... What do you... Tell me something.
Hey, Conan.
Hey, Conan, he's drunk. Hey, Conan, tell me something good. And then he said, crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women.
Yeah.
And those were like
that was the
credo? The reason that his credo. That was the whole, that's what you
that's
did
his
in
moves.
life. Yeah, basically he's like, if you can do this, shit's on. Life is good.
And what would be, I mean, the lamentation of the women is like...
Well, basically, you've got to crush your enemies.
Oh, and then the lamentation,
see
like
them
women
driven before
cry.
you, and then hear the lamentation
Hear the women
of
going.
their women. I'm sure the line was
Boo.
their women, but fucking Schwarzenegger. The lamentation of the women.
Any women.
Yeah, women and Maria Shriver. I'm sure they were just lucky that and happy that they got anything out of him that was halfway intelligible.
Yeah.
Until years later when he was like, it's not a tumor.
That was Conan.
But that's what the idea behind life was, to fucking crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and then hear the lamentation of their women. Like their women going, oh, why did you crush them and drive them before you? I don't know what the see them driven before you part really refers to, though.
Driven out or killed or... I assume it's.
I'm gonna Google this shit.
Well, I mean, after you crush your enemies,
yeah.
maybe it literally means like have them in a cart, like a parade, like driven around.
No, I thought it meant to crush on your enemies. Here we go. Wiki quote.
Like, what do you got to do?
God, is there anything Wikipedia can't do?
What do you got to do after? I mean, after you crush them, I don't know. I assume crushing your enemies means killing them, thwarting them, driving them out.
I think so. Hold on, where's the... And suddenly, you cannot escape me. That's not it. Keep back.
Keep back? That was a quote.
Others. Here we go. Here's a quote from the wizard. He did not care anymore. Life and death, the same. That was me as Mako.
That's good.
Thank you. Conan, take this. Where's the goddamn line? It's in here somewhere.
Was he taught by the...
Here we go. Khitan General. He wasn't a king. Khitan General says, we have won again. That is good. But what is best in life? A fleet horse, the open steppe, a falcon at your wrist, and the wind in your hair? Wrong! Somebody else said that. The general said that, and then some other jackass guessed at those things. About having a bird.
Gotcha.
Like as if that's good. Then the general says, wrong! And then turned to Conan. Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the... It says their women here.
Gotcha.
I can't believe I remembered that line. And then the general says, that is good. And then in parentheses under it says, note that this is actually a paraphrased quote from Genghis Khan. Apparently Genghis Khan said something. Said,
something like it.
Something close to that. And then they talked the riddle of steel.
Yeah. That's like the whole... Isn't that like the... Is Cimarron the right word?
Was he a Cimmerian or something? Hold on. Conan
Wasn't he the last Cimarron or something like that?
I'm looking. I'm not seeing. But here's the thing with Conan Thulsa Conan says the riddle of steel. And Thulsa says, yes. You know what it is, don't you, boy? Shall I tell you? Because it was James Earl Jones. Is the least I can do. Steel isn't strong, boy. Flesh is stronger. Look around you. There, on the rocks. That beautiful girl. Come to me, my child. The acolyte plunges from the rock to her death. That is strength, boy. That is power. The strength and power of flesh. What is steel compared to the hand that wields it? Look at the strength in your body, the desire in your heart. I give you this. Such a waste. Contemplate this on the tree of woe. Crucify him. And they fucking crucify him. He's very messianic-like, very Jesus-like.
And then he bites the vulture's head.
I remember that. You don't have that in the Bible. Jesus didn't. When Jesus was hanging from the cross, there's no line where it's like, and then a buzzard came by. Christ fucking bit his head off like a circus geek. That would really make the Bible come to life for me. I'd be like, fuck yes, man.
You wonder why I didn't read it.
Because he's a human being.
Yeah.
And he'd want to just be like, I'm hungry, man. I'm dying, but I'm hungry. If I can keep my strength up,
and then the little wizard dude comes and gets
freeze him.
Yeah,
that's Mako.
And then he's like, don't they paint all these numbers on his faces? And like, doesn't he go through a bad...
Yeah, becomes a thief with the broad.
Yeah, but don't when they take him off the crucifix, doesn't he like get all... He's all fucked up and they gotta like keep him and he's sweating and having a bad day.
Yeah, he ain't doing well. Oh, you know what? This is different. Yeah, we're thinking of two different... This makes me want to see Conan again. Conan is a fucking badass movie, man. But it's not a movie that my wife would ever be interested in watching. I don't like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then fucking, I don't like Conan. But I forgot about they paint their faces black and white.
Yeah.
That's when they go in. That's when Max von Sydow as the king hires him
to go
get his daughter. Because he's just like, there comes a time in man's life where gold loses its luster. And, the man... Oh, fuck, I gotta look that quote up, too.
And then he
goes, all the man wants is the love of his daughter or something like that.